What's up, what's up, what's up? Good morning. Welcome back to my fucking channel. I am here with another deck review. And I'm so excited for this deck review because it came from a very, very, very special person in my life. But before I get there, I have to say hello, hello, hello. If you don't know, my name is Gary DeAndre, or Gangsta Gurry, GG if you're nasty. And I am a healer, mystic, educator, writer based out of Brooklyn, New York. I'm very thankful to be here to do another deck review from a very special friend of mine, somebody that has a very, very, very special place in my heart, Jennifer Sodini. I don't know if you all are familiar with her or familiar with her work, but about a year, maybe a year or two ago, I had the pleasure of receiving their Amenti Oracle deck. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with Amenti Oracle. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Radio Amenti. Radio Amenti is Jennifer's podcast. So please make sure that you check that out. But the original deck was the Amenti Oracle and then the Living with a Feather Heart guidebook that went along with it. And the reason why I love using this deck, I like to use it at like very specific times in my life because I feel like it gives me space to study. It gives me space to learn something that is like outside of my regular like purview of life and spirituality. And it talks about the ideals of Ma'at. And I learned a lot about who Ma'at was because honestly, like I never had access to this. And I really appreciate her work. Over the last like week or so, I found out she's coming out with a new deck. But it's not just her. She has a whole fucking team. It's a whole fucking team of people who have created a brand new deck that I am so excited to share with you all today. I have not opened it yet. I got it a couple of days ago. I believe it releases on October 18th. So we're going to see what the give is, okay? The deck is the Modern Nirvana Oracle. Awaken your intuition and deepen your awareness. 50 cards. So I'm going to read the back of the deck because, of course, got to make sure that I give you guys the give as to what it is. And the beautiful thing about this is there are 4 different authors, writers, creators, artists. Actually 5, excuse me. There are 5 different creators, authors, writers, artists that are incorporated into the creation of this deck. So we have Kat Graham. And it was funny because I was like, Kat Graham, that name sounds familiar. And then somebody was like, that's Bonnie. And I was like, Bonnie who? Because I didn't watch. I think it was like the Vampire Diaries or something like that. Did not watch the show. Y'all know I love reality competition. So it's outside my purview. But I was like, oh shit, like this is popping. So we have Kat Graham, Jennifer Sodini, Frank Elaridi, I believe you pronounce his name, and Bryant Wood. And Bryant Wood was another name that came across my table. And I was just like, why does this name sound familiar? So y'all know that I love competition reality television, and for all of my America's Next Top Model fans out there, Bryant was on, I believe, 1 or 2 seasons of America's Next Top Model. He was in the what is it called? Like the interview season, like the interview sessions and things of that nature. And then I'm pretty sure he was on The Circle afterwards, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I'm making this up. Maybe I'm pretty sure that I'm right. But either way, I was just like, this just feels like a powerful deck. And it felt like, this sense of connection, like a deeper sense of connection to just like the authors and the artists. And then we have it illustrated by Natalee Miller. So we have 5 different visions, 5 different energies that are coming together to make a 50-card deck. So let's get into what the back of the deck says. It says, explore ancient philosophy for our modern lives in this guide for self-inquiry and empowerment through life's transitions with breathwork, meditations, and mantras designed to inspire new levels of awareness, offering clarity around the gradients of love, loss, levity, and each chapter of the human experience. This powerful deck will help you tap into your inherent wisdom and liberate your soul. And this is a collaboration between the author of the Amenti Oracle, Jennifer Sodini, and Modern Nirvana actress Kat Graham, Emmy-winning journalist Frank Elaridi, I hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly, and master breathwork instructor Bryant Wood. Illustrations by Natalee Miller. So get the sensation. This releases on October 18th. Like I said, I believe you can find it on Amazon. So if this is something that you guys are interested in, after I pop this little magic open, I don't know, like I'm holding it and I'm just like, I've been waiting for like the right time, and today feels like the right time to like pop her open. So y'all see it's got the little on there. So we about to see what it's given. Hold on, let's make sure we can. Hiya! Hiya! Okay, there we go. All right, perfect. Let's get into it. So as we open the deck, I also love that this comes in like this carrying case. So I feel like this is something that you can carry with you. Like y'all know I travel all the fucking time. So I feel like this is something you can take on your travels. You can have it in your book bag. You know what I'm saying? Like it's something that you can hold with you, and it's like a little discreet. You know what I'm saying? So it's something you can hold on to, and it's just like, it don't have to be out and popping. It's not bulky. So I absolutely love that off of the top. It comes with a guidebook. So I'm excited to get into this guidebook. Ooh, as I open it. Actually, I want to read. It says, what is Modern Nirvana? The goal of Modern Nirvana is to be a catalyst for transformation in people's lives, to inspire them to take control of their spiritual and physical well-being by sharing both ancient practices and modern biohacks. Our mission is to bring inspiration and information to a new generation, paving a way for a more enlightened world. And then what is the Amenti Oracle? In the Emerald Tablets, the halls of Amenti are described as being a space between worlds where time collides and past, present, and future potentials coexist. A crystallized codex of consciousness, which is simultaneously a hall of records and a plane of reality. This mysterious space can find its closest correspondence in the notion of the Akashic Records. And I absolutely love the Akashic Records. Shout out to Tatiana Tarot, who was the first person that ever introduced me to the Akashic Records. And she told me back in like 2019, like, you need to study them. So I started studying them in the like winter, spring of 2020. I don't even think a lot of people know that I'm familiar with the Akashic Records. But I be in my records a lot. So I love that this is something that I can do. And now my spirit is like, go ahead and like enter the records before we get here, because I feel like this is just going to up the ante with the deck. So let me finish reading first, and then we're going to step into my records personally, and then we're just going to see what the give is. We're just trying shit out. Y'all know I love trying shit out with y'all. The Akashic Records, like the halls of Amenti, are viewed as a treasury of time which stores all of the lives, memories, emotions, actions, intentions, and moments of the human and planetary experience and evolution. So, if you don't know about the Akashic Records, because that's not what this is about, check it out. I believe it is called The Akashic Records by Linda Howe, Howe. Check it out. What I think about them is like the library of your soul. So, I'm going to step into mine before I go into this deck, and then we're just going to see like what the give is. We're going to have fun. It's Sunday morning. I'm trying new things out, so I hope that you guys enjoy this. This is actually very like, I've never done this on camera. I've never done this in front of people, so y'all are getting some new shit. And also, excuse my hairy pits. And so we do acknowledge the forces of light, asking for guidance, direction, and courage to know the truth, as it is revealed for our highest good and the highest good of everyone connected to us. O Holy Spirit of God, help me to know myself in the light of the Akashic Records, to see myself through the eyes of the Lords of the Records, and enable me to share the wisdom and compassion that the masters, teachers, and loved ones of me have for me. The records are now open. Good job, good job, good job, good job, good job, good job. Ooh. Oh, this is going to be powerful. I'm already excited. So actually, let's go ahead and we're going to hold the deck in our hands. We're going to show you the back of the deck. I love the colors. Y'all know I love a pastel, and this reminds me of, pastel colors and things of that nature. It also reminds me of like waves. So I want you to think about how this deck allows you to just like help you shift through the waves of life. And I feel like this is a really good opportunity for you if you're interested in purchasing this deck. Like when you're going like on that roller coaster of life and you need something to help you to just like recenter and refocus and recalibrate, this feels like a deck that's going to help you to be able to do that. So as you can see with each card, it has one word and it has a picture. So we have abundance, assertiveness, Hold on, because I got to look at them this way. Authentic expression, awareness, boat. I'm loving the imagery. Natalee Miller, you did that. Okay. I'm loving also the fact that we have, you know, a variety of different bodies that are appearing on these decks, a variety of different imagery. So I feel like it's a lot that you can take just from looking at each of these cards. Like, as I'm like speaking, I'm just like, I feel this like overwhelm of excitement, and you can kind of like interpret based on your perspective and based on where you are before reading the text that like supplements the deck. We have deja vu, direction, discernment. These are beautiful cards, and this also reminds me of a card that I have sitting on my higher self altar, which was the card that I pulled from the Nirvana Oracle over the last week, and it's been my focus. Ecstasy, emotions, emptiness. I'm interested to learn more about these symbols, because, you know, we've seen a couple of these. We have emptiness, equanimity, forgiveness, friction. I'm trying to read backwards because it's backwards on the screen. Gratitude, greatness, harmony, initiation. I thought they said isolation. I was like, it could be either or. Intention, involution. I need to learn what that word is. That sounds like an inner evolution. Kindness, kintsugi. That's a new one for me. I've never heard that before. Know thyself, liberation, maktub. I know somebody out there knows how to pronounce that, because I'm learning. That's why I said I love being able to receive, especially like from Jennifer's like understanding, and like all the people that are like invested in this. I feel like I'm learning something as I'm pulling from decks, and I feel like that's one of the beautiful things about having so many different types of like authors out there. They bring their own perspective and their own reality and what's inspired them into their work. Partnership, perception, the Philosopher's Stone, ooh, prism. Y'all get the point. Protection, I'm going to finish just because. Rebirth, that's my Jesus here. If I pull this card, when I pull from this deck, I'm going to gagatandra. Reciprocity, reflection, resistance, resolution, the rose phoenix, squaring the circle, strength. Come on, Mr. Black Man or black person. Synthesis, teachers, transcendence, and weightlessness. So those are the 50 cards in the deck. They just feel so like you can pull so much from each image, like as you sit and you channel and you center and you allow your mind and your spirit to really just like get into whatever's kind of like showing up for you. I feel like this is going to be powerful, like I said, for people that are trying to help themselves in the fray. You feel what I'm saying? Like help themselves as they are in this place of transition and transformation. As I'm shuffling the cards, as you guys can see, they're very sturdy. They feel good in the hands. I love that this deck has not like started like speaking yet. It's kind of just like shuffle me up. Also like the material that the cards are on, or the material that the images and stuff like that are on, like they feel like they are, you know, some decks as you use them as time goes on, they feel like they start to like wither away. These are long-term. These are long-standing. Like you will absolutely love shuffling them. Hold on, I have to do y'all know me, I'm a shuffler. Okay, she's a Southern girl. Let's see what it is. Ooh, bitch. Okay. Bitch. Okay, no, these, ooh, that gave me chills, bitch. Okay, 2 more, 3 more. All right, so we're gonna shuffle 3 more times. 1. And y'all know I like to just pull a card just to interview the deck, just to see like what it gives. This could be a message for somebody, but I feel like this is just like what the intention of this deck is bringing. To me, to people I may use it with in the future. Although as I get new decks, I like to interview them for myself and like use them for myself in my own, like, you know, healing first before I start offering them to other folks. You heard it here first. There will be a time very, very soon where I will start opening back my services back up again. Listen, I had to get out of my own way. And sometimes you need to, you know, have some time with yourself before you start dealing with everybody else. And y'all know that I do not like muddling energy. So I've been taking a little bit of like a step back. But that's not the focus right now. We're focusing on these cards. Can I just get one card as far as what you are here to do? Why are you here to serve? What is your purpose in my life? What is your purpose in my life? I know we're getting closer. I would just like one card, please. Just one. Let's see if they listen. Just one. Come on. I know you got it. Don't be shy. I know we're in front of people. Come on. What card did I pull? Strength. So, and I love... So card was like, Mr. Black Man, Mr. Black Person, because we don't know if this is a man, woman, non-binary person. I can't tell from the card. And I actually love that because for me, this is representative of, you know, being able to interweave and commingle with all of those energies inside of myself. And not judging them. There's a gentleness, there's a strength. You feel what I'm saying? I also feel like this is a crystal of some sort. Maybe the guidebook will tell me a little bit more about it, but I think about it as a, like a rock, oh, like a rock. So, you know, there's a sense of strength that this deck will bring to me. Maybe it'll bring it to people that I have the opportunity to work with this deck with. I also love the colors that are on this. All I see is kind of like, you know, this idea of strength is being solid, being sturdy. What does it mean for us to be sturdy at this point in our lives and know that, because I can see, it seems like the moon is in the background, and the moon for me always kind of like represents our emotions. So it's like being sturdy and strong in our emotions, being gentle as well. There's a space for gentleness. These are flowers of some sort. I don't know. Is it me? Is it me? I don't know. Let's get into the strength card, okay? And see what she says. Because I do love, me as a reader, some people love to just like interpret or what have you. I love to interpret as well, but I always think that like the writers of the deck, come on, Truth Bird. The writers of the deck have something to say. And I would love to see what the message is here and how we can put this energy into action. So let us find strength. Let us see. It says, an ant on the move does more than a dozing ox. An ant on the move does more than a dozing ox. This is by Lao Tzu, the Tao Te Ching, which I've heard of before. I don't know anything about it, being completely transparent, but this gives me some research to do. So I'm over here making sure that I write this down because I feel like this is a message for me to hop into today. If you're familiar with the Tao Te Ching, please let me know, below. Maybe you could give me a little insight, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm always willing to learn. The text says, strength is not just measured by how much we can literally hoist or hold. It can also be a metaphysical quality, measured in emotional, mental, and spiritual fortitude, especially during times of fear, doubt, and uncertainty. I need to sit with that. Doesn't matter how much we can hoist, doesn't matter how much we can hold. It's a metaphysical quality, emotional strength, mental strength, spiritual strength, especially when things are stressful. And I know that there have been things that have just like been stressful for me recently, just in life. Life has been stressful. This year of 32 has been really stressful, but I do know that there's been an inner strength that feels like it's been awakened again, and I feel very thankful for that. To remain strong when you feel powerless against unexpected and relentless waves of change requires a certain level of trust in your abilities to surf the currents of time, come on now, with graceful balance rooted in your center. Achieving an adept level of core strength doesn't always come easily, but the more we work on it, the more it will work for us and grant us the ability to achieve equilibrium and stable footing. So listen, if you don't work it, it won't work. Okay, so it's all about like building that strength, building that stamina, which I absolutely love. And y'all know that I've been in the gym. I went to the gym 5 days over the last week. I was in the gym Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. Did I go Thursday? I did not go Thursday because it rained. And today is my rest day because, of course, first thing in the morning, I'm like, I want to pump. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get these titties right. And I was just like, you need a rest day. You've been on the go. You haven't been sleeping as much. But it's also, I think this is also a message too around knowing when your body has had enough and being able to listen to those nudges and not overdo it. Because once you overdo it, then you stress yourself out about it, and then it becomes this additional like responsibility that you don't feel good about. So being mindful of that has been very important to me. As I continue, it says, no matter how big or small we may feel, a potent metaphor to remember is that even though an ant is tiny, it is able to carry up to 50 times its own weight. And this means a lot because, I'm like 5'6". So I may be a small bitch, but I'm strong bitch, okay? Beyond the physicality of strength, if we consider our part in the grand scheme of the cosmos, we are but a speck of sand in this vast cosmic sea. Yet our actions have an impact even on a microcosmic scale. With this perspective, we are reminded that we carry a great weight each day of our lives because of how we are able to fold both time and space through our movement on our beautiful yet laborious journey through the human condition. We can move mountains and build monuments with our mind through intention, planning, and the strength to follow through. This is ministering, bitch. This is ministering. Our condition is not measured in literal heaviness, but in the symbolic voyage that either makes us, breaks us, or takes us to bold new horizons as the micro factors into the macro, and the macro feeds into the meta. Ooh, this is one of those decks where you really need to sit and you need to think and you need to process, because this shit is deep. This ain't for everybody, okay? I'm gonna say that. This ain't for everybody. If you're not ready to get into it, if you're not ready to take your thought patterns, your strength, your life to a higher level and push yourself out of your comfort zone, this ain't for you. Sorry, I feel like I see something on the top of the building next door. Hold on. Shit, because I'm like, what is that? What is that? Child, it's the birds. Child, the birds, the ancestors are sitting up here, and they never sit up here. They normally sit on my, whatchamacallit, over here. I have a roof that's like across from me. And I always tell y'all may know, if you follow me on Twitter, sometimes the pigeons like flying. I'm like, oh, it's like the ancestors like looking out. I've never seen them on the other roof, and it feels like an elevation. You feel what I'm saying? So we're elevating, my loves. Are we elevating yet, my loves? Are we elevating yet, my loves? Shout out to Devin Halbow. This card is a reminder that strength can always be accessed, even when you're feeling weak. By looking deep within, you'll come to find that you'll never be without. The mind is a powerful tool that can help you transcend all obstacles if you trust the assistance it can offer. When you need a greater reminder, simple yet potent affirmations like I am strong, I am powerful, I am capable, or just purely I am, will help recalibrate thought patterns away from weakness and into power. Focus on your fortitude and you will soon discover fulfillment. Focus on your fortitude and you will soon discover fulfillment. Now I have to say this. So this was unplanned, but the universe works in mysterious ways. I've been in this Project 369. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it. If you follow me on Twitter or follow me on Instagram, then you know that I like to post. Sometimes I'll post pages from this book, but I want you guys to look at the back of it. I am. And every morning you can write a manifestation in the book. You write the manifestation 3 times. It asks you, how do you visualize it as a reality? What inspired actions will you take to attract it? And then it asks you to write the manifestation 6 times in the afternoon, 9 times in the evening. And the reason why it works is because the numbers like 369 mean a lot. I'm not going to explain it because I'm still learning myself. But I do feel the shift in my spirit. And this is also reaffirming that the work that I've been doing in here, because I got this probably in I want to say maybe the summer, but I didn't really start using it consistently. I'll show you guys because I like to be open and honest. So I don't know when I wrote this, but the manifestation of 7/21/22, that was the first day that I wrote it. And then the next time that I wrote in this, because I like to date them, was 8/8. I was not consistent. But I do want to show you all that it has I am pages as well. I am now at peace with my past, and I wrote a lot of different things here. And it has I am, and you get to fill in the blank. So the fact that I've already been doing this work, I think is reconnecting me, in the universe, God, my master teachers and loved ones are telling me right now, like, you have really worked on your strength. You have really worked on your stamina. And I've been seeing some of when I got my mind back, which we'll talk about at a different time. When I finally got my mind and my clarity back, I can see that the work that I've been doing in here, and I'm not even done. I feel like I'm like halfway done. This page 144, and this goes all the way to like 243. So I'm like halfway through the book. I can feel the shift in my body and the shift in my vibration. You don't need this book in order to be able to do that. If you're interested, check it out. I think it's My Project 369. But I just had to share that, and it felt like really important for somebody out there. They have a mantra at the very end. So I want to read this to you all. It says, if I look within, I will never be without. I'm strong enough to transcend all of my fears and doubts. If I look within, I will never be without. I am strong enough to transcend all of my fears and doubts. Say it with me. If I look within, I will never be without. I am strong enough to transcend all of my fears and doubts. Amen and ashe. Amen and ashe. Amen and ashe, and so mote it be. Listen, there's a lot that's like going on in this deck. In the guidebook, like you have, it says how to use the cards. Some of life's greatest answers can be found in the questions themselves. Who am I? What is my purpose? Why am I here? It also gives you how to prepare the deck. It tells you how to clear your energy and just like settle yourself. I find it very interesting that I kind of like did that like intuitively as far as like stepping into the Akashic records. Before like even like hopping on here, it also talks about like how to clear the cards, talks about how to cut the deck or pull the cards. You can use these, especially if you are unfamiliar with just like oracle decks, or just like, you know, using this to like help you on your journey. It also gives sample spreads. So it talks about, in Buddhism, the 3 acts of refuge are the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha. So it talks about these concepts, these teachings. So you have a lot of different like things that you can do with this, and I'm really excited to just like jump into this like a lot more as I'm looking, because I'm like, is there like a 1-card pull? Because, you know, I don't know if there's a 1-card pull in here, but I did a 1-card pull because, listen, I like to do 1-card pulls and I can take that much that information, okay? But I feel like this is like one of those decks that you don't use on a regular basis. Like, it's something that like when you're not even at a low, but you need like you need something to hold on to. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I feel like this is like a mantra that I can hold on to, like going within for that strength. And just like using that as what helps me to get through this day, what helps me to get through this week. And also when I need a moment of strength, I can come back here. So y'all did that. Shout out to the full team that is responsible for creating this. Because this is published through Chronicle Prism, chroniclebooks.com. Like I said, you can find the Modern Nirvana Oracle over on Amazon. I did find the link. I love this. I'm loving this so much, and I'm excited to like get to learn her a little bit more, you know, as I continue to grow, as I continue to become familiar with her. Please, if this is something where you are wanting to awaken your intuition, dive deeper into your awareness, if you're at that place in your life where you need that little bit of like a boost, or you need some guidance, or you're ready for some self-study, this feels like the deck to get into. And then also, you know, I have to plug the original, the Amenti Oracle. If that's the deck that you seem like you would be interested in, check that out as well. But shout out to Jennifer, Kat, Frank, Bryant, and Natalie. Thank you so much for this gift that you have given the world. Thank you so much for also to the team that was responsible for getting this over to me, for sharing this with me, because it is powerful, and I'm so excited to learn more about her. And I honestly, like, I have probably, like, y'all can see, I have like decks like stacked over there, and then I have in my room, which is a little messy right now. Please ignore, y'all see drawers and shit open. This feels like it goes in my room. Because those just feel a little bit more like personal. You feel what I'm saying? And this feels like it's close to the heart. So if you're interested, please check it out. I hope that this was helpful for somebody out there. I have a meeting to make right now, so I need to hop off of here. But I just wanted to thank you all for watching. Share this with somebody that you think may need it. Maybe this is like a gift you could buy for, you know, like the holiday season, for like a friend of yours that's a little woo-woo or wants to be a little woo, and they need a little bit of, you know, they want to awaken their awareness like inside of them. Check her out, okay? Thank you guys so much for your support. Thank you guys so much for your love. Something said plug Mystic Moments podcast. If you don't listen, there's a new episode coming out very, very soon. Thank you guys so much for your time. I love you. Have a wonderful start to your week whenever you watch this. Have a wonderful start to your day whenever you watch this. And thanks again for being a part of my community. Peace and hair grease. Hallelujah. Holla back.